There's a reason I keep telling you that this job market is unlike any other we have seen, certainly in my lifetime as a 20-year career coaching veteran. I'm going to break down how AI is literally decimating careers and why this is a different time. It's not going to go away and it's not going to fix quickly, but if you don't understand this, you really could suffer. So let's get into it. So we have a very high unemployment rate right now. Now you might think to yourself, well, wait, JT, I saw in the news it's like 4%. That's not accurate. That is not accurate. That does not take into account all the people that have been unemployed for such a long time that they're like off the unemployment benefits and don't even count anymore. It also doesn't take into account that there are a lot of people that are working part-time gigs or are underemployed right now. So that's not helping them. So if you really wanted to factor in true unemployment, it's much higher. I'd argue it's probably above 8% right now, certainly based on what I'm seeing on these social media apps. So you have a very high level of unemployment, and that's not going to go away. And the reason it's so unprecedented is because of who's laying off and the fact that they're never planning to hire these people back again. In the tech world alone, there's been over 100,000 layoffs this year. But over the last 2 years, it's been 3 times that because of AI. AI is decimating entire career paths, entire departments, and it's not coming back because these companies don't want more employees. There's not a single company out there that wants more employees. Employees are unpredictable and expensive. And so they're all going to replace as many people as they can with AI. And then what they'll do is sit and figure out, okay, looks like we can't live without a human in this role, so let's bring somebody back. But notice I said somebody. There's not going to be mass hiring back. There isn't, not at the scale of the layoffs that are occurring. And so there are a lot of people that have lost their jobs recently that are never going to go back to the job they were in because it just doesn't exist and there won't be enough of the jobs that they could possibly do. So understanding this and knowing that we're not even over it yet, I predict we've got this for like another 2 years before we start to see a ton of new companies starting up leveraging the power of AI. See, in the future, we won't have big companies anymore. It'll be lots of little companies. There'll be 4 or 5 people that came up with an idea and they will use AI to do the work of 100, 200, 300 people. And I know this because just look up this week, a young man, a single guy, sold his business for $80 million because he leveraged AI. He leveraged an AI tech stack. And you need to start to learn these terms and understand them. They're not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. It's simply, think of it like a toolkit. Once you start to understand there are different tools, AI tools you can use, put them in your toolkit to make something, and you make something super powerful and valuable, now you become super powerful and valuable. And this is what will have to happen in the future for people that want to have really great incomes. You're going to have this toolkit, this AI toolkit that you know how to leverage. And the only way you know how to leverage it is you're going to take all your amazing experience and knowledge from your industry and your skill set in order to create, right? It's kind of like chefing up a meal sort of thing. So the people that are understanding this and leaning into it are cleaning up, and they will continue to clean up. But you're talking about a larger group of population out there that have lost their jobs, are sitting here applying on job boards, hoping they'll get another job just like it, when in reality, those jobs aren't coming back. And so they're going to stay unemployed for a really long period of time, and people are going to suffer. And it's unfortunate. And let's just give you an example. Back in the tech bust of 1990, this is a long time ago, the dot-com bust is what they called it. There were a ton of software developers that were getting paid ridiculous sums of money in all these startups. When all the startups went bust, dot-com bust, they all sat around and said, I'm not going to take anything less than what I'm worth. And by the time they were done, they had drained their 401ks and had accepted jobs that were half the pay rate they had before. They essentially started over. This is what's going to happen at scale, not just to techies though. I'm talking marketing, operations, finance, sales. It's happening everywhere because of how much AI is wiping out the vast majority of jobs. So you need to pay attention. You need to see that you are a business of one. You need to get your toolkit in order, and you need to start looking about how you can create something powerful and valuable that people will want to buy. These small companies will want to buy from you. But the good news is they'll pay you a premium. So there are going to be people that end up making so much more money in their lifetime as a result of this. But the vast majority are going to suffer because of what's happening in this market and their lack of understanding of what's happening in this market and the lack of communication around what's happening in this market. I'd love to hear from you what made the most sense to you. Please comment. Will you just tell me which of these ideas resonated most with you? Certainly, if you have questions, please let me know. And if you did find this helpful, and will you just help me back? Will you follow me here and like and comment just to help me with engagement? I'm here on this app. I'm a 20-year career coaching veteran. I'm the founder of Work It Daily. And we help people every single day with this, right? We have a membership program where you're part of a supportive community where you work directly with all the career coaches, with actual human beings, not AI, right? So that you can be supportive, speed up this process, and get the results you're looking for. So if you're interested in that, we'd love for you to check us out. But seriously, folks, be careful. This really is one of the most unprecedented times in our history, and the job market's going to stay bad for a while. You need to pivot with all the things that I talked about today. Good luck. Go get them.